Hi, this is Matt from Coursensu, and this is a preview walkthrough of the Learning Design Assistant and it being embedded into Moodle, the LMS. What we're looking at on most of our screen is a fairly vanilla Moodle. It's version 5, but that doesn't matter too much. Installation, and the block that's been added is the Learning Design Assistant from Coursensu. It's a fairly straightforward block, but there's also a integration behind the scenes so that the block can talk to both Coursensu and this Moodle installation. What can it do? Well, it's designed to support educators when they're building, refining, wanting to make improvements or get feedback on their course, either while it's being created or potentially even while it's live with their students. It has a range of features, and I won't show them all right now. I'll just cover a few of its sort of standout or perhaps quite obvious features that would make it interesting to you. So the first thing it can do is it starts off in a chat mode, and you can just speak verbally or speak or type anything that you want it to do. So I've just got a preset message here. How can you help me with Moodle? I'll send that off, and this can just get the conversation going. I mean, you can ask it anything you like. It's well versed in Moodle technically, as well as a learning designer, so it can assume that role and advise accordingly. And it's come back with a summary of how it can help. So it can create courses, list courses, show course content, provide guidance, or even talk about the Coursensu access that you have and the designs that you have within Coursensu. I can keep this conversation going, and I can ask it to look into my course. It can read the course content and advise me accordingly. Additionally, I can go to this menu, and there's a few other things it can do, and I'm just going to drill into course insights and assessments for this preview. So Course Insights includes a feature where it's reading the current course that I'm in. So it's just finished assessing the content. It just reads some of the base Moodle functionality for now, but it's highlighted this is it's got a live course with forums, pages, and quizzes. That looks about right. So in here, I've got a page of content. There's some quizzes. Discussion forums. There are some quizzes. There's a few other things that it's not currently reading, like these books. That will come later. And from here, I've just got a few features just to highlight what the design assistant can do. The one I'll start with is simulation of feedback. So if I choose simulate feedback, much like how you can in Coursensu, it can take a role of a pseudonym, effectively a persona, and it can review your course as that role. So if I pick, let's say, skills focused learner, I've made a request for the learning design assistant to assume a skills focused learner with a set of criteria. And it's running through now all of the content, all of the forums, the pages, and the quizzes that that it has identified within this course. And it's giving me completely tailored, totally bespoke feedback as a learning designer for me in the role of educator. So it's saying, as a hands-on learner, I appreciate the thought about the course. It's structured in terms of inclusivity, the digital experience, and the technology, and it makes mentions to the tools that have been used in the course content, the timing, the balance. Effectively, is giving a sort of semi but comprehensive review of the course with some sort of thoughts around improvement. So it could include a capstone project. It could have a mentorship system. These are just things to consider as an educator, but effectively we've asked it to critique the course. You could add others. Quite a fun one is child. It's sort of quite petulant in how it reacts. But again, they've just been set up in Coursensu, and then they can be reading your Moodle courses by any educator. There's a few other things in there, but I'm just going to jump to assessments. This is currently supporting quizzes, but other areas of assessments will be added, like assignments and workshops for Moodle anyway. For now, I can just pick any of the quizzes. So you'll see here introduction and printing review or string variable review. These are just quizzes that are inside the Moodle course. And once I've chosen a quiz, I can then ask the learning design assistant for feedback or improvements. So for example, if I ask it to check my MCQ distractors, again, I've just asked it to analyze the questions within that string variables quiz and then return to me a feedback, effectively like stream in some feedback for each question and the distractors. If it's a true false question, it's not so helpful, but where it's multiple choice, just let it process the formatting. It can comment that some of the answers or the distracting answers are, and it's saying some of them are unclear, some of them aren't very valuable, some of them are not valid variables. Perhaps it's quite technical, this course, so it's giving fairly technical feedback that would make more sense to a Python instructor. Again, it doesn't make any changes at this point. It's just giving feedback on suggestions and improvements and changes that could be made. There's a few other features hiding away in here. Content suggestions can just literally give you very specific content suggestions for each item. The document transformer, you can upload documents and it will convert it into learning content that you can then add to any part of your Moodle course, wherever you can add HTML content or rich text content. And it's connected to Coursensu, so you can take your designs in Coursensu and very quickly put them straight into one or more Moodle courses, however you want. Again, this is just a very quick overview, a preview overview of what's coming down the line. If you're interested in being a part of developing this, providing your feedback, running a pilot within a department, faculty, or part of your institution that uses Moodle, and Moodle is the current focus, but I appreciate other LMSs are available, and we'll see how we get on with other LMSs based on demand. But for now, just looking for Moodle organizations that want to give this a go and share a bit of a development journey together. So just feel free to reach out either here, just comment straight away, or message me or email hello@coursensu.com to find out more. Thanks. Bye.